Eagle Nation, we are back with another season of the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern athletics. I'm your host, Danny Waugh of GATA Productions, and we're kicking things off with Georgia Southern women's soccer, and I'm here with head coach Chris Adams to talk about it all. Coach, welcome to the GATA Zone. Glad you're with us.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks for having me.
Getting ready for your sixth season as head coach with the program. What is the excitement level like now that you got some practices under your belt, some exhibitions in, and getting ready for the season opener this Wednesday?
Yeah, I think we've got a great combination of 18 returners who bring lots of experience and on-the-job training, so a lot of knowledge there. We've got 6 new players, 5 freshmen, and a transfer. So those players are very energetic and excited. So really, we're just in that phase of how do you combine the experience of your returners and get your freshmen and transfers acclimated quickly, because we kick it off and start playing games pretty quickly after preseason begins.
Kind of touching back on 2025, you mentioned on-the-job training with 18 returners. I mean, it was a competitive schedule overall, facing some Power 4 teams like Arkansas and Tennessee, and then going to the Sun Belt, 2-10-6, but 7 games were decided by 1 goal overall. I mean, when you look at last season overall, how do you reflect on that and looking to progress into 2026?
Yeah, it'll benefit us. I mean, we did stretch ourselves with the schedule as a young team. But to me, you want to play in those games. I mean, at the time, I think Tennessee was in the top 10. I think they were ranked second in the country, and we lost 1-0. And Arkansas was maybe 6th in the country, and we lost 2-0. So those games were valuable for us to stretch ourselves and just get comfortable being uncomfortable. But unfortunately, we made some youthful mistakes at times and some things that we needed to clean up. But we've been conscientious about that, and I think we'll find ways to win now through those experiences.
You do make some changes to your coaching staff this year. You do bring back Bree Schroka, who was the goalkeepers coach, and you add Avram Allen, who was a former head coach at Young Harris College, and you also add Abby Brosnahan, who was a former player at Leeds McRae. When you add Coach Allen and Abby to the team and overall on the staff, what has that been like here in the preseason and then working with the players?
Yeah, I mean, first to bring Avram in, who's been a head coach for 4 years, I can ask him to do anything. Really just a wealth of experience, both as a head coach and, 9 or 10 years was an assistant coach. So he knows how to play that role as well. He's been very valuable to us and is a great recruiter. Then Abby, comes in just having finished her career. So she's really a good liaison for those young players to help onboard them for what the demands of college soccer are. So I'm very pleased with what we're getting so far out of the staff. I think it's just a well-rounded staff, and everybody really wants to sort of turn the corner and turn the page to get back to our winning ways.
Awesome stuff. Well, we'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll dive deeper into the Sun Belt Conference preseason polls and some matchups into this season. So keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
The region's airport of choice is Savannah Hilton Head International. 11 airlines with unlimited options. Over 30 nonstop destinations. Over 60 daily departures. And we've been voted the #1 U.S. airport 6 years in a row. Savannah Hilton Head International. All you have to decide is where to next. SAV is proud to be the official airport of Georgia Southern. Visit flysav.com.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone. Danny Waugh alongside head women's soccer coach Chris Adams. Coach, we touched on the Sun Belt a little bit. When you look at the competition overall and what the Sun Belt produces and provides, how much of a gauntlet has it been from year to year for you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, there's just tons of quality teams from top to bottom. At the top, I mean, your James Madisons, your ODUs, your South Alabamas are just, extremely tough competition. And then really, all the way through the bottom, I mean, there's not an easy game. There's not a cupcake game in your schedule, which is what you want. You want competitive games, and that best prepares you, for tournament play. And so it's the type of schedule we want to play, and we're very excited about being in the Sun Belt Conference where every game means something.
Well, let's take a look at the Sun Belt preseason polls. And this year, Coach, Georgia Southern picked to finish 9th this year. James Madison, the preseason favorites. You mentioned JMU. You mentioned Old Dominion. I mean, you said it yourselves. I mean, there are no easy games on this schedule. And you look at the competition from top to bottom, it really is a gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, the East has, been extremely difficult, which obviously we reside in. But, you just got to get points everywhere you can. The old adage is tie away and win at home. So, you got to get points wherever you can. And obviously ninth, we'll not be content finishing ninth. I mean, since the top 8 teams make the conference tournament, we're going to need to exceed expectations. But I remember a few years ago we were picked 12th, and that was the year we won the league. So I appreciate the haters, appreciate the motivation.
Yeah, 2022, your team was regular season champions, and you mentioned you tie away. You had 5 ties last year in Sun Belt competition as well. Looking at some marquee matchups into the 2026 season, of course, the year kicks off Wednesday, 7 p.m. against North Florida. You do have a unique non-conference matchup at Mercer, who reached the SoCon championship last year. You face another Power 4 team. You go on the road to Michigan, and then Sun Belt play kicks off September 16th against Arkansas State. You go to South Alabama, and then you finish off the regular season against the preseason favorites in JMU. How do you look at the schedule overall and assess the quality of opponents you're going to play this year?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to play the most competitive schedule we can. You got to be able to win on the road. I mean, the conference tournament is on the road, so we always stretch ourselves. So obviously that game in Michigan, Claire Casey being from up there, one of the things I do in recruiting is if you make that commitment and sacrifice, to come play for us, then I'm going to schedule in one of your 4 years, I'm going to schedule a, quote, home game where your grandparents and local friends that can't make it all the way down to Statesboro can watch you play. So that one's, making good on that commitment to the Casey family. And so we're looking forward to that one. But lots of good games, close by, like you said. I mean, competitive games with Mercer, competitive games with North Florida. You don't have to go too far in the Southeast to find a competitive game. And then, then you start conference play. So really the non-conference is intended to get you ready for conference play, and so I think that schedule will do just that. And we've got to get off to a good start, where that last game, hopefully we're just jockeying for position in the top 8, not that we're having to get points in order to get in the tournament.
The final question for you, Coach. I mean, you talk about the returners, 18 returners, talk about the new coaching staff, the schedule this year in the competition. What do you want Eagle Nation to know about this team before the season opener against North Florida?
Yeah, they're a close-knit team. I think the next phase of our development has been being willing to challenge each other a little bit. It can't always be orange slices and Capri Sun. Sometimes you got to challenge your teammates, and I think what we're finding is a lot more competitive practice of we know the margins are small and we know that every play matters. So we're getting that in practice from the returners and from our captains, and so that's going to help us turn the corner and make those narrow margins fall in our favor.
Well, Coach, Eagle Nation is excited, looking forward to seeing how the season produces. Best of luck as the season opens up Wednesday, August 12th against North Florida here at Bo Pitts Field.
Thank you. Hail Southern.
When we come back after the break, Capers Childs catches up with senior goalkeeper Quinn Wilson, so keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
When you step into Paulson Stadium, walk through the football locker room, or stroll through the Hall of Fame, what you see is more than just space. It's a story. At Whitfield Signs, we bring those stories to life. From iconic athletic branding to elegant collegiate displays, Whitfield Signs can craft striking custom signage to help elevate your brand. Whitfield Signs, official sign provider of Georgia Southern Athletics.
Welcome back into the GATA Zone. I'm Capers Childs with GATA Productions, here with senior goalkeeper Quinn Wilson. Welcome to the GATA Zone, Quinn.
Thank you.
Quinn, you've been a part of this program your entire career, and now you're entering your senior season. Just talk about the preparation, what practice has been like, and getting to know the new team.
Yeah, of course. So as you mentioned, I am going into my 4th year. I'm extremely excited. Preparation, I've never felt so ready because I've had a lot of experience. Practice has looked really good. The competitiveness has really picked up, and kind of just the standard of what we want to do has been really high. So it's been really good.
Talking about competitiveness, you guys faced some tough competition last year, had a few challenges. Just talk about the mindset coming into the 2026 season.
Yep, the mindset has really changed. Honestly, the biggest thing I'd say is that we are tired of losing. we're really ready to change that and have a winning season and do really well.
As you're entering your senior season, you're obviously a veteran on this team, but you're also a goalkeeper, which comes with some strong leadership. Just talk about how you've been a leader on and off the field so far.
Yeah. So as a leader, as you mentioned, as a goalkeeper, I talk a lot, I communicate a lot with the back line, and obviously I can see the entire field, and that translates to a lot of different things. But kind of just, again, that's holding that standard between every line for the team has been really important, and that communication part is key for that success.
Your season starts with some good non-conference games. Just talk about how that helps before you guys get to Sun Belt play.
Exhibition games are extremely helpful because it helps us figure out a lot of different things within the team, how we play best and everything like that. So those opportunities and those games are extremely helpful so that we can have everything set for when we start the actual season.
And like I mentioned, you've been here your entire career under Coach Adams and the rest of the coaching staff. Just talk about what your relationship is like with them.
Yeah, I've been here going into my 4th year working under Coach Adams, and it's honestly been great. Our relationship's obviously grown over that time period. He holds me to a standard that I better understand now, and I know I'm capable of it, and I'm really grateful for it because it pushes me and makes me better.
And last question I have for you, what should Eagle Nation know about you and know about this team as they get ready to follow you guys through the 2026 season?
Eagle Nation should know that we're going to come out swinging. We are tired of losing, and we're definitely on the up.
Well, I know everybody is excited to watch what you guys are going to accomplish this season, and thank you so much for joining the GATA Zone today.
Thank you.
Georgia Southern Women's Soccer begins their season August 12th against North Florida at 7 p.m. at Bo Pitts. And for Quinn Wilson, head coach Chris Adams, and Danny Waugh, I'm Capers Child saying so long from the GATA Zone.